Okay, so at the bottom part, we're going to write a phrase for each expression. On a test or quiz, you'll only be required to write one that you come up with. On your notes today, we're going to write a couple for each, just so that you see there's more than one right answer for these. So for example, z divided by 4, we can write just that, z divided by 4. We could also put the quotient of z and 4. So either of those work for number 8. Same thing goes for number 9. We've got a couple different options. We could say 5 times 6. We could say 5 multiplied by 6. We could say the product of 5 and 6. All three of those phrases are good phrases. Of in this case doesn't necessarily work. It might work in other situations, but not necessarily in this one. Of is more of a word problem word that we should notice in word problems. So at this point, I would challenge you to write maybe at least 2 phrases of your own for 10 and 11, see how you do, and then come back and check after you've paused. Okay, so my goal for you was to have 2 for each of these. Let's see how you did. For m with the subtraction sign and 6, I can go up here to my words. I could use minus. So you could have said m minus 6. If you look up here, you've got subtract. M subtract 6. That doesn't sound quite as flowy, so I'm not going to use that one yet. The difference of. So we could use the difference of m and 6. We could do m take away 6. We could do m decreased by 6. I'm not going to write that one. I am going to write one of the special ones, less than and subtracted from. Remember that less than and subtracted from have to go in the backwards order. So if I wanted to use less than, I would say 6 less than m. I would use the second number first in my written phrase. Or I would say 6 subtracted from m. Because what that's saying is we've got m and we're taking 6, we're subtracting from m. So m is my starting value. And so you can see that phrase there. Maybe, hopefully you have 2 over here as well. For the plus symbol, you can go back to your little chart up here. You can use the word plus, 6s plus 3. I think that one's a little bit more for younger students, but that one works and would be counted correct on a test or quiz. S add 3 is, again, it's not as nice. I'm not going to use that one just yet. The sum of s and 3, that's a nice one. The total of s and 3, s increased by 3. And then I'm going to do one of our fancy words, one of our little starred words, more than and added to. Remember that when we do those ones, we would have to go in opposite order. So 3 more than s, or 3 added to s. So I'm going to do 3 added to s. So just remember, you've got a couple special cases. Oops, and there you now you can see it. Where we do have to write the numbers in backwards order. Order does matter when we're writing these phrases and when we're writing expressions up here. So make sure you're paying close attention to order and make sure that you're working on committing these words up here to memory and really committing the 4 starred ones to memory as ones that you have to write in the reverse order. So just kind of some things that before the test you'll definitely want to study this and know these words so that on a test you are able to write phrases as expressions and write expressions as your own phrases. And you'll have to do that without notes, so you'll definitely want to know some of those words and have them memorized before that time comes. And I also just want to give you one more reminder that on the next page you should have this one. This one shows a numerical expression, 37 plus 28, and gives you some words. 28 added to 37. Notice it went backwards. 37 plus 28, the sum of 37 and 28. And then they also give you an algebraic expression for each of them, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So you've got a couple different visuals here and written words and phrases for you to look at. Both of these will be great resources as you work through and practice translating words.